So it's time to plan out our next trip. So I thought I'd share the resources I use and how I go about planning where we're going to stay and how far we're going to travel. In this case, we need to be in Park City, Utah in 1 week. Now, according to Google Maps, this is the best route here, and it's a little over 9 hours. But I don't only check Google Maps. I also check our RV Garmin, because it chooses RV-friendly routes for us. Now in this case, it recommended the same route as Google Maps, so that's convenient. After I look at the recommended routes, next thing I want to do is look at potential stops along that route. And I've found several great resources for finding free places to camp. The first one is Campendium. So for example, let's put in. One nice thing about Campendium is it shows camping sites, which are the green trees. It also shows RV resorts and campgrounds, which are the RVs here, and also shows dump stations. But in this case, I'm looking for free campsites. This is actually where we're staying right now. Sheps Cam Primitive Campsites. And the great thing about it is you get the price, which is $0. You also get pictures and reviews. One thing I always look at is cell phone coverage. In our case, we have AT&T, so I'm looking at this and saying, that's a good spot for us. I also like to look at the reviews. No trees, so no shade. Yep, that's what we experienced. Oftentimes, the reviews talk about the road conditions too, and also the size of the sites and how level they are. I look into all these because our rig is pretty large, and we need a large, level place to park. Another website I found, which is just very simple, is freecampsites.net. South Dakota, there it is. And you just have the color-coded tents here. And here, once again, is Sheps Canyon. This even gives the 5-day forecast, which is nice. So once again, they do cell coverage, and they also have pictures. So yeah, this is exactly what it looked like. This is where we were camping. The most recent one I learned about from other RVers is an app called Free Roam. One of the best things about it is that it's actually a mobile app. So that just makes it so much more convenient. Whip out my phone, oh, here's a spot. They also do have a website though here. Hot Springs, South Dakota, here we go. And once again, it's color coded based on price. One really great thing about Free Roam is all the different filters you can use. I have a filter for AT&T because that's what we have. But if you have Verizon, you can do Verizon. You can layer them, like if you have Verizon and TNT. You can also filter all of these different things. You can filter by price, how full you want it to be. There are just so many great filters on this app. It's just great job, guys. You find a place that you want to stay, and it has all the same things that the other sites had, which is photos, reviews, weekend party central, loud parties late into the night. I didn't get that, but oh well. Yep, it's pretty nice spot. Averages, forecast, so that's nice. And then cell signal. Another nice thing about Free Roam is that you can log in and do a trip planner. So trips, and I can create a trip. Just choose some kind of image here. And then you can add a destination. Park City, Utah. And what's great about the trip planner is it doesn't just show you the different places you can camp, it also shows you Walmarts, rest stops, Cracker Barrels, Flying J, all the other places that you might want to just do an overnight stop on your trip. Very handy. But basically, I like to work my way backwards. Let's say we don't want to travel any more than 2 hours on Sunday before we get to our campsite. And that will probably be overnight at a Walmart, because it's nice to go grocery shopping before we reach our destination, and Walmarts are great for overnights. So let's see what's about 2 hours away that has a Walmart. So it looks like this spot and this spot. This is Evanston and Rock Springs, Wyoming. 2.5 hours, pretty nice. We can check into our campsite at 3, so if we yeah, we leave at noon. We're there. It's great. So Rock Springs can be our Saturday night. If we did just want to do this in one weekend, I would be looking for a place that's about 5 hours away from Rock Springs, if that's what we wanted to do on a Saturday. However, we do not want to stay here for a whole week for 3 different reasons. One, I looked at the forecast and it's supposed to be 100 degrees the entire week. Our air conditioners are straining as it is. And checking the weather map, Wyoming is supposed to be cooler, like in the 80s. Another reason is we've already been here a few nights and kind of starting to get bored. And the third reason is because when we actually have a place we need to be at a certain time, the closer we can get, the less stressful it is. Even though we could make it in one weekend, that leaves no room for flexibility, for things to go wrong, for me to just get tired and want to pull over. Like, there's not as much wiggle room if we just try to do it in one weekend. So getting as close as we can, little by little, is nice. So I'm thinking, how far is Laramie to Rock Springs? About 3 hours. Aha, so there's quite a few good spots here. They have a Walmart, so that's one option. They have a rest area here, which is, whoa, that's kind of cool, which is kind of nice. But they also have all these dispersed camping sites. Government Gully dispersed. What's that? Roads closed due to ice. I bet it's not anymore. Good AT&T. Oh, that's nice. Let's look at what's a couple hours away from Laramie on here. We're gonna go up here. Chugwater Rest Stop. Lewis Park. Boop. It's just a city park. 3 nights. Water and dump stations. Dumpsters. Miniature golf course. Tennis courts. Skateboard park. Playground. Wait, some with electric hookups? Okay, so I like the look of this Lewis Park. Lewis Park. 3 hours. If we leave this afternoon, like we're planning on it, we could get to Lewis Park and we could stay there 2, maybe 3 nights. Then go to, oh yeah, Laramie, right? Laramie, like 2 or 3 nights. And then on Saturday, travel to Rock Springs, right? Rock Springs. And then go to our destination. So that's how I plan our trips out. I basically say, where are we going? How long is it going to take to get there? And then work my way backwards. And then in all our plans, we have to factor in grocery shopping and then where are we going to do our laundry. Usually some afternoon at a laundromat that has a big enough parking lot for us to just park there for a few hours while I work. And then where are we going to fill up our water tank? Where are we going to dump our gray tank, etc. So there's all those little things to factor in, but the main stressor is where are we going to spend the night?